All
Good
righty.
morning.
Morning. So today is Tai Chi, and all you need is first a chair. Sitting in that chair, scoot to the front edge of the chair, hands on your thighs, practicing Zhong Zheng or central upright or finding that middle pillar, and then relaxing, releasing, melting. Again, if you don't put the body alignment in correct relationship, and then you try to relax, things get more congested, more compressed. But if you bring the head up, chest up, chin down, pelvis slightly tipped forward, and then you relax, something else happens where the body becomes more spacious, more relaxed, and there's a sinking that happens that grounds us through the chair, through our legs, through the feet. So we get what we're looking for in terms of being grounded. And then there's also this remaining quality, they call it Qingling, light, nimble, active, agile, lively. So we've got first, let's say 8 or 10 breaths. Try to use them to benefit not just oxygen CO2, but structural and muscular changes as well. So when you take your next inhale, fill up the body, stretching yourself open from the inside out. And then when you exhale, feel that softening, that melting, that settling inward, the diaphragm lifting up. And when you inhale again, chest expanding, diaphragm pressing down, belly expanding, back expanding, opening. And then exhale, all the way settling, softening. And again, Marjan, I'm just using my hands to illustrate. So I'm not doing an actual hand position that you need to copy. So another couple of breaths in through the nose, full, holding full, out through the mouth, empty, holding empty. And then again in through the nose, hold, out through the mouth. Let's take 3 more. First set of movements. Slide your hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back, chest up, chin up, arch the back. And slide the hands forward past your knees, hollow chest, drop the head, round and broaden the back. Again, slide hands, elbows, shoulder blades back, arch. This should be with the inhale. And slide the hands forward past the knees, hollow the chest, round the back. This is on the exhale. 3 more. On this last one, as you arch, then just settle to neutral, right in the middle. And just take one full breath there where you feel maybe something has changed a little bit with your central upright. Maybe it's a little easier to be in the middle. Maybe you're even able to release more. Maybe you feel a little more of that ching-ling, that light, nimble quality. Then left hand forward, right hand and elbow back, turn shoulders and head to the right. Inhale back to center, and then go the other way. Right hand forward, left hand and elbow back, turn to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn. Inhale, center. Turn. And back to middle. Third movement, hang the arms loose, shift the weight over to your right buttock and side bend. Now as you're leaning to your right, lift your left wrist, floating it up, left foot empty, and then back to the middle. So let your body right itself all the way to the crown of the head, and then lean. The right wrist floats up just to about here. Lean to the left. And then back to center. Your body rights itself. So James, look closely at what I'm doing. I'm not reaching my arm very high. I'm just bringing it up to here to allow this dipping, tipping to one side. And then back to center. Lean. So I'm leaning this way, lifting this wrist so that the arm isn't pulling on the mechanism. So it's above and middle. Middle. And scapular range of motion. We bring the shoulders up and down. As well, they go back, neutral, forward. Now from the forward position, so that's where we want to start. Forward, up, back, down, neutral. Forward, up, back, down, neutral. Forward, up, back, down, neutral. Twice more. Forward and up, back and down, neutral. One more. Now we reverse. We go back and up, forward and down, and neutral. Back, up, forward, down, neutral. Back, up, forward, down, neutral. Two more. And again, for those of you newer to the session, these movements are foreign to you at first, but we do them every time. So you have to keep coming to the practice, keep training it, and then eventually they're very natural, they're very approachable, accessible. Right? Bring your feet together, legs together. Now fold at the hips, forward, middle, back. So notice we've got this rocking forward and back. Now, forward, swing your hands forward, out, and then back, around, and in. And forward, backs of hands touch, go out, around and in. Forward and up. Then out. Palms face forward as you slide them down. The front of the body closes, stays closed. Now the front of the body opens, the back remains open, even as the front opens. Now we go forward and up, keep going up, keep going up, keep going up, and then open. The front is open, the back also opens. So we're not hammering away, cranking the back closed. Forward, up. Oh. Down. And neutral. Same little set in reverse. Tip a little bit back from the hips, go out. Tip forward in the hips, come around and in. We're down low now. Back, out, forward, in. Down low. Then we go to the middle. Back, out, up to shoulder height, chest height. Close, down. Neutral, open, lift, close, down. Open, lift, close, down. And then we go all the way up and over. Open, lift, keep going up, over top, down, under, open and lift, over top, down. One more. And neutral. Bend your elbows. Step your feet back to hip distance. Elbows out and up. Down, around in front, touch. Down, out and up. Down, around, touch. Down. One more. Elbows straight back behind. Straight back. Then down. Forward with the elbows. Hands go over the shoulders. And then if possible, up with the elbows. And then forward, down, back. Down, forward, up. Freedom of movement through all of the ranges of the body. Down. Elbows out to the side, palms face the floor. Left hand higher, right hand lower, cross. Wrap around your body. And then elbows straight out to the side. Right hand high, left hand low, cross, wrap, and then elbows out. So we're not getting stuck anywhere, right? That's this idea of Taoist practice, of Tai Chi and Qigong, that we have to go to the ends of the ranges of motion and not get stuck anywhere. Elbows down, arms out in front, palms facing up, turn palms face down, then turn them up, turn them down so that your forearms are not stuck anywhere through this range. And there's a limit. It's not infinite, right? It's that and it's that. And we just make sure, okay, is there any rust? Is my brain a little bit less aware of one or the other side, right? And eventually you speed that up. Double, double, double time. Turn, 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 turn. And then you can double that. Turn, 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 turn. And then you can double that. Turn. And then you do this shake where you're just loosening up what can be stuck in the wrists, the carpal bones. Now, palms face the sky. Open. This is external rotation, unfolding, opening. Neutral. Elbows out and around to the front. So these lead around to the front, the body hollows and folds and closes. Elbows in, hands out, unfolding, opening. Neutral, and then elbows around, close, fold. Open, unfold, close, fold. Open, unfold, close, fold. Again, we're only doing 3 or 4 of each of these, so make sure you do them when we're doing them. Now, open the arms, and let's step the feet wider apart. Now we've got left hand up over the rainbow and across the body, and then palm. So just hold that shape for a moment. Feel the left groin opening, the body side bending, rotating, and closing. And then we're coming up and back to top and bottom open. Closing the top, bottom remains open. Back to top and bottom open. Natural exhale, natural in. X, in. One more. Middle. Now both up, cross, turn the palms over, let the arms fall between the legs and separate. Cross, lift, open, down, up and over, other wrist on top, arms fall and release. Cross and lift. This naturally inhale. This naturally exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Open. And neutral. Legs. Arms. Wrist. Range of motion. Fold. Circle through. Turn the palms up. Fold. Circle through. Palms up. Fold, circle through, palms up. Fold, circle through, palms up. Reverse. Down. Scoop. Over top, palms down. Scoop. Over top, palms down. Scoop over top, palms down. Scoop. Scoop. And spread. Gather. Gather. Bring your fingers back together. Thumb included there, James. And then spread. Gather. Spread. Gather. Spread. Now claw to a fist. Open. Claw to a fist. Open. Claw to fist. Open. Thumb touch pinky. Other 3 fingers touch thumb and pinky. So together, the bird beak, wrist down. Unbend wrist and open palms. Bird beak, down. Back. Bird beak, down. Back. Monkey paw, pinky ring middle. You can see the fingernails, so I didn't tuck them in like that. So folded, and then like chopsticks. and open. So both at the same time. Pinky ring middle, chopsticks, and then back. Monkey paw, back. Monkey paw, back. And loose. Scoot back on your chair just a little bit so you're very stable. Right leg, lift, flex the foot, draw the leg up and in. Now, push. Load, put the foot down. Other leg, flexed foot. Now we load, push, load, down. Other leg, lift it and flex the foot, load, push, load, down. Switch, load, push, load, down. Switch, load, push, load, down. Switch, load, push, load, and down. Right leg, extend it, point foot, flex foot, point, flex. Continue. And then tilt that foot in, out. In, out. That's known as inversion and eversion. And then circle. In, point, out, flex. Circle. Reverse the circle. Other way. Again, all these movements, this series, we do in some shape or form. We're sort of doing the whole series here. Let's go other leg. Point and flex. Sometimes we do a abbreviated variation, but we make sure to hit the basic mechanisms. Feet and ankles are always one. Tilt the foot in and out. In and out. Inversion, eversion. Then circles. In, point, out, flex. Reverse. And down. Scoot all the way to the front edge of your chair. Step your feet wider apart than hip distance. Lift your toes up and turn on the heels so your knees and toes point in. And then lift and turn them out. Lift and turn in, out. We have to have space here. We cannot have this area glued, stuck. Because when we stand up and start doing Tai Chi, it's this internal space that we utilize for the function. Now, pause in the neutral. Lift your heels a little bit. Now bring your heels in, your knees out. Then heels out, knees in. Heels in, knees out. Heels out, knees in. Couple more. Still spiraling from the hip socket. Back to neutral. Feet hip distance. Now from that exact same junction and space, hip hinge. Fold. Sit upright. From that space, tip back. Now let's add to it. Hands on your knees. Turn the hands in, elbows out. Fold at your hips. All the way. Then sit vertical. Turn the arms to neutral. And then tip back. And again, we sit vertical. As you fold forward, turn on the hands, the elbows flare around. Sit up, tip back. Again, sit up, turn on the hands, elbows around. Up, back. Find the neutral in the middle. Now step wider. Turn on those hands, the dragon arm position again. Fold, and even drop your chest, drop your head a little bit extra. And then sit upright. Turn your arms to neutral and lean back. Sit upright. Turn on the hands, the elbows are out and around. Drop down inside that space. And sit upright. Arms to neutral, tip back. Again, up, turn, pull. Up. Now, tipping back, the dragon stirs the sea. We tip to the right, fold down more to the right, elbows flared out, fingers are in, and then drop in between the elbows there and sweep across to the left. Now stay to your left as you go backity back, 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 and around. And then as you go down to the right, turn those hands again in, elbows flare out, drop down, sweep across. Now as you go back, arms turn to neutral. And then as you come down, they internally rotate again. Reverse. Go to the left. Turn on the hands. Elbows flared out. Drop in. Sweep across. Back and around. And then elbows flare out. Drop in and sweep. Around. One more. We are back to neutral. Legs back to hip distance. Arms hang loose. Wing. Turn your palms up. Reach up. Look up. Now reach your right hand higher. And then melt that. And then left arm higher. Keep your right arm in the air. Keep your right arm in the air the whole time. All the way up. So James, yeah, keep your arm up. So just because I'm making this change, notice I don't bring this arm all the way down. So I'm getting this movement inside the scapula, chest, upper back. Making sure I still got movement there. And then reach them both at the same time. Higher, 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 higher. Both of them at the same time. And then wing. All the way. Now we take the arms back behind a little bit and let that round your upper back. Then drop the arms, come to neutral, and then go forward, up, and turn this into a back bend. Get rid of any hump in your back. Oh, get that middle and upper back flattened. And then neutral. Arms go behind, that kind of stoops the body over, rounding, go into a hunchback, basically. Make a hunchback, and then work on getting out of the hunchback. So we go into the hunchback, and then we go to the very opposite of a hunchback. Arch, 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 arch. And one more time. Hunchback. And all the way. And settle down to hands. Relax. Chin down. Chin level. Chin up and head back. Let's do that full range. A couple more times. Full range. Flossing out the plaque and buildup and residue and tension. Lack of awareness. Now settle your head to neutral. Turn right. Middle. Left. Middle. Right. Middle, left. more. And back to middle, a little bit of a strange one. Chin forward, draw it back, and then draw it way back, way back. And then middle, forward, middle, way back, middle and forward, middle and way back, and then find middle, right in the middle. Sideways, middle, sideways, middle. Back and forth a few times, side, side. Back to middle. Now, slight tip to the right, chin up, the head goes back. Keep the head back as you tip to your left, drop your head forward, and then to the right again. So now we're circling the head, which circles the neck, which circles the rest of the spine. Let your circles get a little bigger with each round. Go slow enough that you don't skip over any plaque. Get all those little places of tissue tension. You might even hear some little snap, crackle, pops. Remember, those are good. Those are signs you're doing it the right way when you hear those little squishy, sand-like, gravel-like sounds. Last time around, hanging your head in front of you, totally released. Then bring your head straight up, and we're going to go in the other direction. The head off to the left, back, right, forward, left, and back, and right, and forward. Round you go. Each one getting a little larger. Circling the head circles the neck. Circling the neck circles the rest of the body. And again, at first our body's so stiff that we can't really create these spirals, but through practice we release these glued up spots and you start to feel this induced movement. So the head and neck are the primary movers, but they're not the only thing that's affected. The rest of the body is getting this spirally unraveling quality. And then finish by letting the head hang in front. Bring the head straight up. And close this chair practice with wing, roll, fold, settle, hands to the belly, palms turned to face in towards the belly. And this is saying all that chi we brought out to play, we return it to its resting place. And standing up and sitting down. Hang your arms loose. Slide your feet back a little bit. Hip hinge. Most important part of standing up is actually down. And in order to get down through the feet, we have to go forward. So it's forward enough so you can go down through your feet. And then when you stand up with Qing Ling, with light and nimble body, and that Chunwan, or that sunken heavy quality under the feet. Keep the weight under your feet. Hip hinge. Folding at the hips, sinking. When your butt makes contact with the chair, then you decide to commit your weight to the chair. But then we fold Let the weight go out of the chair and down through the feet. Stays down through the feet as you stand super tall. And then fold and sink. One more time. Fold. Stay. Now, don't sit in your chair. Fold and sink. Don't sit. Come right back up. So we didn't sit in the chair. We just folded all the body parts like an accordion closing. And then push to the earth and rise. Tall. Loose. One more. Now remember that squat, that Tai Chi soft, round, loose squat. Now, notice that you have toes and heels. You have the front of your foot and the back of your foot. So tip yourself a little bit to your toes. Remember to be safe with this. Then back to the middle and then a little bit to your heels. So find that range. Find this little tip, tip. Just keep it within control. Now, tip to your toes. Float your hands forward but not up. Tip to your heels. Float your hands back, your arms back. Toes float forward. Heels float back. Now you floated back. Stay in the heels a little bit. Open and out and up. And then go to your toes. Sweep the hands over the top, around in front, palms facing up. Tip to the heels. Fold at the elbows. Bring your hands as if you're bringing something in the mouth. And then down the central channel of the body as you settle to the middle of your feet. And then remember that squat that we just did, the butt back, sinking as you release your arms completely soft and long. And then just push through the ground and stand back up to vertical. And then we do it again. You rock a little to your heels, open and lift. Rock to your toes, sweep around, out in front, palms facing the sky, palms face up. Then rock to the heels, the elbows soften and fold, the hands come as if bringing in the mouth to the central channel. Rock to the center of your feet, hands feed to the center of the belly, and then the butt goes back and sink the butt and release your arms completely. Let go of everything. Push through the earth and rise to stand. Rock back, open and lift. Rock forward, sweep around, palms face up. Rock back, bringing in the upper. Settle to the middle of the feet, hands settle to the middle. Hips go back, sink, and release. Back to standing. Last one. Back, open and lift. Forward, sweep around. Back, bringing in the upper. Settle to the middle of the feet, hands to the middle. Hollow and through. Stand. Tai Chi. Rising hands. Paint the front wall with the backs of the hands. Hands float and change shape, and then it's fingertips. And then it's backs of hands. Change the shape of the limb and fingertips. So on the way up, notice very clearly how much the wrist is like this. And then on the way down, notice how much the wrist is changed. So a simple way of thinking about it is shape shifting. We want to be in one shape and then be able to change out of that shape into a different shape. Any stuck position, there's no one right position. That's the tricky part of the body, is that there's no one position to stay in all the time. Now scoop, open, change the shape of the wing, and then sweep the wings down. Change the shape and open. Change the shape, sweep down. Change shape and open. Change shape. Open. Turn palms up. Roll. Fold. Sink. Wing, roll, fold. Wing, roll, fold. Then. Now the opposite. In, up, over the top. The wings, sweep the wings down. Backs of hands face each other, come up, over top, way out. Now one of each. Wings, right hand roll, fold, left hand wing under, magnets attract, repel, around, and then over, under, connect, separate, around. Yin and yang, up and down, out over, out over top, down underneath, sinking and rising, rising and sinking. So we got to calibrate to the polar opposites, the yin and the yang. Come underneath. Hands come up right in front of the chest, elbows back. Turn the palms over, facing forward. Now we, palms facing forward, push. Turn the palms to face the body, draw. Turn the palms, push. Turn the palms, draw. Push, draw. Left hand, push. Let that turn your body a little bit. And then hands change. And then push and draw. Turns your body a little bit. Orient the hands, they change. Push and draw. Reorient the hands. Boop. And then push and draw. Orient hands. Push and draw. Orient. Push. Draw. Both hands back. Down. Release. Now you have two legs. You have a turning middle pivot. Change your weight to your right leg. Turn your pivot to the right. Sweep your hands over to the right. Change your weight to your left leg. Turn from your middle pivot. Brush knee, sweep the leg. Right leg should be empty-ish. Change the weight to the right leg. Turn from your middle pivot. Brush, sweep. So the lower body work is change leg and turn from the belly. The upper body can do different things using that primary mechanism. Pay a little closer attention to your hand position so that this palm faces that way and so does this one. Shift and turn. This is called brush knee. This is called sweep the leg. And then they have to roll over and change. Shift and turn. Just keep in mind what this has to offer. Don't get stuck anywhere. Unstick, unglue. Freedom of movement, softness, but control. So we're letting go. Now let's go for the bear swirls the stream. The left hand goes far away, comes in close. The right hand now goes far away, comes in close. This softening and letting go of tension at first feels like a loss of control. But then the more we train it, the more you have far better control. Now, the bear swats the jumping fish. Come up around chest level. Brush knee down low. Swat the fish. Hands change. Shift leg. Turn from middle pivot. Brush knee. Swat fish. Hands change. Shift and turn. Hands change. Shift and turn. Hands change. Go a little higher, jumping fish. Hands change. Hands change. James. There you go. Hands change. So the moment the mind wanders away, something funny happens, we forget. So again, yeah, so the mind has to stay with it. Stay present, stay present, stay present. Now, left hand down into the water, right arm, wing, roll, fold. Shift, turn, brush, knee, push. Right hand down into the water, left arm, wing, roll, fold. Shift and turn, brush knee, and push. Left hand down into the water, right arm, wing, roll, fold. Shift, turn, brush, push. Down into the water, left arm, wing, roll, fold. Train your attention to stay present, 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 present. And especially here, we're not done. We got to change. We still staying present. Still present. Left hand down, right hand rolls and folds. Then we're still just staying present in the body in a soft, relaxed way, in a leisurely way. Shift and turn, brush and push. Arms go through. Shift and turn, brush and push. Now pause with your weight in your left leg. Take your right foot, turn it out a little bit, and step it just a small amount behind you, and then change all your weight into the right leg. Right hand down, bend left elbow pointing to the sky. Left foot out in front, touch the toe. So it should have this look to it. The weight is here. This foot's empty, touching. His hand down, his hand up. Now, bring your left foot back, heels touching, toes turned out. Change your weight to the left leg. Left hand down. Right elbow bend, point these fingers to the sky. Touch the toe out in front with zero weight, no weight. So all the weight is here. So this foot's free. Bring that right foot back with no body weight. Now simultaneously, as you shift your weight into your right leg, right hand down, left hand up, left foot empty, out in front. So look at my hands. Make sure your hands are mirrored my hands. Right arm is down, left arm is up. And this hand is just comfortably here. So it's not touching the head. It's just here. Just comfortably out there. Now bring your left foot back. Change the weight to the left leg and change the hands. So what is high goes low. What is low goes high. Break that stuck quality and get the right foot out in front. Bring the right foot back. Now as you change the weight, change the hands. What is low goes high, what's high goes low, and put the left foot out. See if we can get that to flow a little bit. Bring the left foot back, nothing changes, but then weight change and everything changes. Boom. Everything changes. Left hand down, right hand up. All right, so notice what gets stuck. If it's stuck in the body, it's a representation of that part of the brain was sort of not attending, right? So that's what we're really training is the brain. Bring the right foot back. Now, everything, hand, and foot, change. Boom. Make sure that right hand didn't get stuck. Right hand down. There you go. Bring the left foot back. Now, everything all at once. Left hand down, right hand up, right foot, pop. Good. Bring the foot back. And everything. Good. So we're greasing the gears. Bring the foot back. And hands. Bring the foot back. And change. Now, wash your paws. Wash. Wash. Now, sweep the lake with the left hand. The lake turns to vapor, floats up, becomes a cloud. Now, shift to your left leg, turn from your middle, cloud and lake. Then the cloud rains down, the lake vapors up. Lake vapors up. Over here, James, over here. Left hand down, right hand up. Yeah, so we're over here. Then we're ready to go shift, turn, cloud, lake. Now they stay over here and rain and vapor. Very good. Now we're ready to go shift, turn, cloud, and lake. And then just when you got comfortable, time to change again. Right hand high, left hand low. And then we go shift, turn, cloud, lake. And you got comfortable, time to change again. Left hand down, or left hand up, right hand down. Shift, turn, cloud, lake. Change again. Shift. Change again. So the best way to think of Tai Chi is not Tai Chi postures so much as Tai Chi changes. Tai Chi shape shifts. Or Shen Fa, body mechanism methods. So it's not like this position is the greatest position since sliced bread or anything. It's just that it's one of the many positions our body can make. And then we just want to say, okay, don't get stuck. Can I now do that in the opposite position? And then can I do it in the opposite position again? And can I break up whatever stands in the way of endless flow? Unbroken, unimpeded flow. Now both hands come down, sweep, sweep, settle. Put all your weight in your left leg, turn your right foot out 5 degrees or so. All your weight in your right leg. Now you're going to step your left foot straight forward. Doesn't matter how far, but it has to go somewhat forward and also has to keep some width left to right. So if as you step this foot forward, it came across like this, that's not it. That's not the Tai Chi stance. So it's got to be somewhat wide and somewhat forward, and this foot is on the ground, 100% weight here. Now shift 70% of your weight into this leg. 70-30, the classic Tai Chi stance. And then go back to 100 and 0. Now you'll remember in our Monday class, the gait and balance, the primary direction is down. Down. So when I'm changing into this leg back here and this leg up here, I'm really just going down. So even though I'm moving forward, I'm not leaning forward. I'm actually just chilling, just floating, and then going down. And then down. And then Now bring this foot back, heels touching. Shift the weight over to this leg. Now 70-30 stance on this side. So remember the components. These toes have to point forward. The foot has to be somewhat forward and somewhat wide. Then you're ready to go. Shift down through 70-30 and then 100-0. 70-30. 100-0. I'm being moved forward by going down through the leg. I'm not leaning and lurching forward. So you're not upsetting your equilibrium. You're floating. Your equilibrium is here. Your pivotability is here still, even as you're moving forward and moving back. Bring that right foot back. Change. Tai Chi stance. Width and length. Load your hands up for a push. Turn your palms forward. 70, 30, and push. Turn the hands around. Go back into that back leg, down to the earth, and bring the hands back. Turn the hands, shift, push. All the way to the fingertips, and then back. And push. Turn the hands. Switch. Left foot back, change the weight, Tai Chi step, shift, 70-30, pull, back. So we're getting pliable loosening of the joints and tissue. When we get past that stage, when we get through the glue and the barnacles and the collapsed areas, and we get juice connecting everything, flow, then we start feeling like the ocean. And that's really what Tai Chi starts to feel like, is the rolling, rising, sinking, flooding, crashing of the ocean. We begin to express that through our tissues. Because in a sense, we are the ocean. We brought that with us. We're made up of that. Now, settle. And then 3 times that sink chi wash organs that we started our Tai Chi with. Rock back, open, and lift. Rock forward, sweep around. Rock back, bringing in the upper. Settle to the middle. Hip hinge, and release. So we're just resetting the river flow. Rock back, open, and lift. Rock forward, sweep around. Rock back, bringing in the upper. Settle to the middle. Hollow. Sink. Back to standing. One more. Closing. Settling. Sealing. Center of palm over the navel. Other hand over. Great job today, everybody. Thank you. If there are any questions, feel free to unmute. And great job, Lana. Yeah, nicely done.